Well, good afternoon. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock right here. You know the drill. It's Friday. I do know it's Friday because it's been an easy day so far. Finally, an easy day for me up here in the office. And time of virtual happy hour. Glad you're along. We'll roll this thing. And well, how about it? Three, two, one. We're on the air. Yes. Thumbs up. You hear me? If you hear me, thumbs up. That means video and audio is rocking. So if I see that here on the screen, I know that we are. I look cute today. Thank you very much. The wife, you're supposed to say that. I'll give you the. I'll give you a little handout later, my love. I'm glad you guys are along. I got a couple things. First off, if you're a T-Bone fan, I'm going to give you this. Then I'm going to do it in a few minutes live on this channel and also reshare it. I just saw this in the last 5 minutes. I've not even gotten a text on this. I knew this was up, but I should have had my breaking news graphics up. But the Kansas City Royals have announced that they're going to have their taxi squad, their 60-man. Well, the not the big league club. They're extra men. They're part of their 60-man taxi squad. Will be doing their part of their training, part of their working out in Kansas City at T-Bone Stadium. I knew this was in the works. I mentioned on a Wednesday kind of a hint that there might be some breaking news. We didn't hear anything yesterday, and then now it was announced in the last few minutes. I just saw it on our channels, but tell the broadcaster, please. He can get it out there for you. Ugh. Oh, man. Anyway, you can see that we were actually set up from last night still from the Talking Baseball Australia show. The lights are set up. Only one, though, is actually on today. I got the so move around there. I do have one light set up, but the studio lights, it's kind of we're kind of in and out mode because we had the late show last night, 8:30 here in the States. It was 9:30 in the morning in Australia on a Friday. It's now Saturday in the beautiful land down under. So see my old flatmate Leah out there. Good to see you. And hope you're doing well down in Australia. And I got a lot of folks. We're going to have a lot of Australia on this show as well. A couple of things. W40 always stops by. You can also join me if you'd like to. I'd love to have you. Actually, you know what? Did I already forget this? What am I doing? Speaking of joining me, she's ready to go, and she's in the green room. And I muted her microphone on accident. But we got to go to Mom Cam here. Mom, sorry, I muted your microphone. Almost forgot you were there. My bad. Are you okay? How you doing?
I'm great. Probably better to mute my microphone. Anyway, so there you go.
Funny because last night when Paulie was with me in Perth, I didn't let him know that he was getting muted because I was like, oh, I got to mute you because I was going to do the intro, and I could see him on the camera. He was probably going. He was kind of looking around, going, "What happened?" So he couldn't hear anything, and then I had to text him saying, "Hey, mate, about 2 minutes you'll be on, just so you'll know you can't hear me right now." So what do you got there? A little what is that like?
I just wanted you to see.
Limeade? What is that?
Well,
strawberry limeade or?
It's S. Let's see. S. It's RSLL.
RSLL. What is that?
It's rum, fresh strawberries, lime, and lemonade.
Gee, where are you? Are you at home or are you at the pubbed up somewhere?
I'm at home. See? I'm at home.
Okay. Who made that? You?
I made that. I had fresh strawberries and some leftover rum, think Parrot Bay or Parrot something that was in the fridge. It's probably been there 100 years, but I think
it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. Oh yeah, that's been there since like 2013 season. How about that?
I think probably so.
Before Uncle Bobby got married. I think that dates back to his bachelor days when he would probably swing that out the patio at night.
Well, I rarely ever make mixed drinks, but I had a great one when I went to grab a bite yesterday afternoon at one of the new places in Goshen, and I thought, well, why not just use up some of this stuff I've got around here? So anyway,
look at you having fun with the new drink. That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Well, of course, you're going to love this. This is probably something you could do. You could be a part of. No, hang on. You haven't let me tell you yet. I don't know if I've told you, but we have Council on Aging last year had their first ever fundraiser, which I was in charge of. Well, since the COVID came on, you can't have, these big events, like that where you invite people and sit, have breakfast or lunch or whatever. So we're doing a fundraiser in last week in October, and it's going to be VIA Midwest Media Radio.
Huh.
It's got, and they're going. People who donate so much get their names mentioned or their company mentioned, and
Right,
we're going to
right.
have testimonials. They own 4 radio stations,
How about
and
that?
and so anyway, so today my Zoom meeting was with the relation, the vice president of whatever at this media um, thing, and it was kind of interesting. I thought about you, and hey, you far outweigh him in the looks because look at that shirt. I'm loving it.
Oh, well, thank you. My wife picked it out for me. We have to go to the in-laws tonight again for it's twice in 1 week. They're gonna get tired of seeing my fat butt, but we're gonna go to the in-laws tonight because Joy Mall's in town, so we're going over, and
Yeah,
because she's going back to Lubbock tomorrow, but we're going over to the West tonight. So I already
cool.
dressed for this like hours ago because I didn't want to change again,
Yeah,
and Friday's like an easy day because I didn't really do a lot. Good to see David, Kelly, Kevin, others out there, but yeah.
yeah,
So yeah. So the wife pulled the shirt out for me, so I'm looking very festive, very very
yeah,
islandy.
yeah.
So
Makes me
if I
happy.
can't go to the beach, I mean, why not wear this to Arkansas,
Okay,
right? It's
could
kind of like
could
the
you
deal.
could you overnight ship that to me and I could wear it tomorrow? I'm doing
There you
a
go.
I'm doing an outing now. Sam's going to be nervous. He's already been on my butt today about our the risk of getting COVID in Elkhart County is 97%. And I
Well, that
actually,
would probably mean you don't want to go outside, Mom. That's probably the best thing you can do.
but
I'm just
anyway,
saying.
but tomorrow I was invited by somebody that I had been interested in the past, a male, and we're friends. He's on the board. He lives on Baldwin Lake in Michigan, and he invited me and to come up with some other people, and they're having music on the lake, and we'll go to the boat and go to the music. So I'm only going to be around the 5 people in the boat, 4 other people in the boat, and me. So maybe, and we'll be outside some. So I could use that shirt. See,
You
um,
could. You could.
yeah,
Another little tropics in Indiana. Well, there is Kokomo in Indiana. So that's a Beach Boys song. So maybe that
that's
you
right.
do it.
Well, I'm going to be. Does Union, Michigan turn you on? I don't guess so. That's where Baldwin Lake is. So there you go. So
No,
anyway,
I can't say much of Michigan's ever really turned me on. I've had some luck at the casino, but most of the time, there at the Four Winds, I've not been turned on by the casino. And outside of a few meals I've had here and there, yeah, Michigan has not really turned me on, to be honest with you.
well,
But
I thought
oh
you liked
well.
Journeyman's Distillery.
No, I do like Journeyman's Distillery, but I just say overall.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
Well,
Michigan's not going to be. I mean, if you say okay, you can't live in Texas, and you've got like Michigan's on the list of places I could live. I doubt that'll be one that make the cut. I'm just saying. Now, Indiana probably make the cut, but I don't think Michigan make the cut. I know it's only just across state line. It's like being here. It's like going to
yeah,
Arkansas, Oklahoma. You cross state lines. It's just
yeah.
different. So anyway,
Well, Michigan's only 10 or 15 minutes from my house, so there
yeah,
you
I
go.
know. I know. You're
Yeah.
right there. You're on
So
the good side, on the
anyway,
Indiana
well,
side.
talking about the casino, I still haven't been. I and my casino host has the least seniority since he left the casino and went to Hard Rock, and he hasn't back yet. But anyway, before the COVID, we had VIP pick, and I picked a drone for Sam to use, and
Really?
so, but then we never got to pick it up. So next Saturday, I go pick up the drone. So that'll be my. I'm not. I don't think I'm going to stay. I may even make Sam go in and get it because he can. But anyway, so if you can believe that I haven't been in the casino, I know that is miraculous. But anyway, there you go. Of course, they've got. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay,
Uh,
they've got really, really strict rules, but I don't want to test their rules. And so anyway, so there you go.
Well, that's good. That's good though. If you don't want to, gotta follow the rules, Mom. That's what we. I don't know why the chat's not working today. Why is the chat not working, folks? Let's see if it's. I don't know why. Huh.
Well, I tell you what. I'll
All right.
get on there, and I'm sure it'll improve the situation. So
I don't know
I
why
will.
it's really a little weird. It's not working today. I see people are out there. I just don't. I'm seeing them on my phone, so I'm looking on my phone. I actually can see on my phone, but I just missed a call and I got a text. So all of a sudden, with the T-Bones news, I got Chris Brown, and I was actually having a nice conversation uh, with um, with Steve Fox a while ago. Remember Steve from high
Oh
school?
yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
was
I
chatting with him, and I just was anyway. I hope maybe I'll put this on the screen. That'll bring the chat back. I don't know why it's not coming on the screen. Anyway, yeah, just a lot of stuff going on, and here we're gonna go tonight to do that. Yeah, Mama's drinking. Put on the 5 second delay. Yes, yes, 5 second delay. Oh, here we go. The chat's working now. What does Steve want? The wife says high school football streaming is what he was talking about. And of course, with the news down here that schools will not, at least in Dallas County, will not, no, it's just Dallas County, well, that's 55 high schools will not start high school until on campus, that is, until after Labor Day weekend, the 8th. So means all the fall activities are going to be delayed. So a lot of different things going on. That was what he was wanting to chat about. So yes. Anyway, so yeah, and my wife's chiming in some more. By the way, wife, you'll be chiming in from downstairs later, hopefully, because I don't have the mic set up today up here. But we're trying to. I thought I was gonna get in and out of here pretty quickly, Mom, with a good show, but I've got 2 shows to do now. How about that?
How about that?
Yeah, how about that? So, yes, you've got to be careful of those casinos, Mom. So you figure though, but you got to figure that they got to be hurting. I mean, don't you figure they're hurting?
Oh yeah. Well, they haven't since they started in June, early June. Uh, Adam hasn't been asked to come back yet. He,
Your
he
casino
sells.
host, yeah.
Yeah, my casino host, yes, and so and but he was on the bottom of the five casino hosts to because he left and went to Hard Rock casinos and then came
Right.
back because he didn't like that setup. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, but I don't know. I don't know of anybody that's been, but I did. My neighbor and I did drive over and check the parking lot at the South Bend Casino, and it was what the day they opened, first day they opened, and it was like nobody had ever left there. It was the parking lot was full, but they weren't allowing but so many people in. So who knows what's going on? Hi, Gay
Well,
Marie.
I
Hey,
got
Mom.
I have family cam on now. It's family
Oh
cam. There
God.
you go.
Well, anyway, well I'm gonna hang. Oh, hi,
Caroline.
Caroline.
Yeah.
I just drank up Chris and Annie just drank up my last bottle of the wine that I bought. So, are y'all still selling that?
I have
Are you?
no idea. On the
She has no
website,
idea.
I never liked wine, so I don't know.
Well,
She
you
doesn't know.
find out, and I'll buy more bottles to support the cause. But anyway,
Lord
Thank
knows
you.
we
Thank
need more
alrighty.
causes that are supported by buying wine.
Yes. Yes.
It's red wine. It was red wine. That's what I got.
That's
Okay.
funny.
All good. All
All
good.
right. Well,
All
I'm
good.
gonna hang up and get on Facebook. Okay.
All right. Bye, Mom. Love you. There we go.
Love you.
Mom. See
Bye.
you, see you later, Mom. Bye. Love you. There goes Mom right there. And now a family cam goes to couple cam since she's here. What are you guys doing down there in the other part of the house?
We're just watching a show. I'm killing time until we go to Mom
Still
and Dad.
watching that British show, that BBC One show.
Yeah, I mean
Miller
it's
Time #2 out there.
incredibly intense, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's really intense.
Really intense. Well, that's pretty exciting, I guess, huh?
I suppose.
Yeah. So, well, and then you're into it, so you guys. Well, I just watched glimpses of it. I knew I've heard of the show because it's been on Australia, but I haven't ever sat down and watched the show. But I knew the show, what it was. So
Yeah, it's good.
good on you. Good on you there.
It's
Awesome.
good.
Also, the BBC does some good stuff, so you can always check that out. Yeah, I don't know why your chat's coming through, but no one else's is. It's really weird. I'm seeing everybody else's, but all good.
But the chats
Oh,
aren't working. That's weird.
well, it's working, but I mean, so we had the news yesterday while you're on with couple cam here, WD-40, of course, you're the lovely and talented wife. So Labor Day was what Dallas County said. So how far away are we from having all the state being like this? Do you think this is just the way it's going to be? Don't you think?
don't know. It's weird. I just got a call from two different moms, both moms with two kids that want me to tutor their kids. I think I'm going to start seeing this because I think parents are worried their kids are going to get behind.
Gotcha. It's weird, but the only county in the state, and the thing was, is that if I was reading an article today, Yahoo, and maybe it was also in Forbes, but the COVID stuff's all over your news feed anyway. And the article was about the percentages. I mean, the chances of catching it, and apparently Harris County, which is where Houston is like a 25% chance of catching it down there. I'm thinking, and they haven't done anything as far as announcing schools, whatever. But Dallas County, which I think the percentage chance in Dallas was 6 or maybe 9% was the chance of catching it. 25%, it was some crazy number like that. I'm thinking, but yeah, Dallas County made the announcement. So 55 high schools.
Maybe we're just ahead of the curve. But I did see today that the Attorney General Paxton said today that the mandate did not apply to religious schools because they have an exemption because they don't have to follow state guidelines. I mean, I'm not at a religious school, so.
But I saw in the morning.
Maybe I am. I don't know if we'd follow you if we're non-sectarian. I mean, I don't know.
The morning news said, sweetheart, they said, if you read the article that quoted the judge saying we talked to the private school organizations, the Catholic school organizations, all the private, they've talked to every governing body that sort of runs all these schools. I mean, there's not I guess, got each school district. They talk to each school individually. But yeah, it made it sound like they've talked to St. Mark's as well. What are you doing?
I'm getting a different pair of glasses because I have on my regular glasses and not my readers, and it's hard to see.
Kevin says the school starts late. It's going to lead to a pencil and paper surplus, leading to layoffs of paper and pencil. See, there you go. It's all trickle-down effect right there.
Layoffs in the what?
If school starts late, they're going to lead to a pencil and paper surplus, lead to layoffs at paper and pencil factories. See, it very well could. Remember the old Husky pencils? I'm going to talk about old school inventions in a moment. And Husky pencils, the big tablets.
We don't use those anymore, Kevin.
Oh, I thought we still use those. I didn't know.
I'm kidding. We do.
Okay. We do. Weird times. It's so weird. I was actually, and Kevin, your name came up this morning. I was talking to some of your friends up there in Twin Cities, photo wise, and we were just going back and forth on a message string, and it's just still the whole thing is. It's a really weird dream. It's a strange dream. And I remember laying in bed last night when I went to bed going, saying my prayers, just going, I can't even describe what the heck this is. Because you think back, think about this morning. I walked down by Hillcrest High School, which is maybe a half mile from here, and their stadium's right there, not far from us. And during the fall,
empty.
In the fall, though, you can hear them playing, the band play.
Yeah.
Well, usually around this time, you hear the band doing their band practice, right? And there's no, of course, it's still closed up, locked up, and all that. And it made me think of the last real normal thing that I think we kind of went through was Super Bowl weekend, because that was the weekend that everything was. And I was in Australia, but Super Bowl weekend, and then a couple, really basically a month later, we were in this situation. I mean, that's the last sort of normal thing we had. Everything's been abnormal since then. Everything's been crazy like that. And let's see here. Oversized pencils to play baseball. Yes, baseball marbles. Kevin, did you ever do? I did that. We used to actually make little baseballs out of paper and use those as bats. And then also, did you ever do you fold the football up on a piece of paper?
Yeah, do the little.
Yeah, we did that too. So yeah, I didn't go. I just told my friend Steve Fox on the phone. I said, I didn't pay a lot of attention to any of the classes that mattered. And now, and thus I do what I do for a living now. And I wish I would have paid more attention to the classes that mattered instead of playing the little football and using the big Husky pencils as a bat. But oh well. How about that, huh? Well, what else is going on? What else is going on?
That's what you have me for, because I paid attention.
Yeah. Oh well, boy. Yeah. Oh yeah, you do. You pay attention and then some. Boy, I'll tell you.
It's funny.
What else is going
on? Nothing really. We got a pack to go to Arkansas.
Oh. Yeah, we're looking forward to that trip. That's going to be fun. We're going to somewhere in Arkansas. That should be lots of fun. I think they've opened the state up to tourism. So we're going to go tour Arkansas, the
Not
land
to
of
go
natural,
tour Arkansas.
in the
We're not going to go.
natural state or something like that, or the
Not
Razorback
to go.
state. Or
Not going to go tour Arkansas. We're just going to Arkansas.
I saw a BMW this afternoon when I went to the coffee shop. It was a pink BMW, a pink 321 or whatever it is, 4-door with a Razorback license plate around the thing. So I'm thinking that's what we're going to see. I guess we'll be land of pink BMWs, right?
There you go.
So yeah, so we're going to someplace in Arkansas. They open up the state, the natural state. Cabo was on the list, but instead of Cabo, we're going to go. Arkansas somehow won out. It's the only time in history you'll ever hear that Arkansas won out
because it didn't involve an airport or a flight, is why it won out. And we're going to be basically by ourselves in this place.
Oh, well, so it should be fun. Looking forward to driving the road to Dushanbe as well. The long drive Interstate 30 through all the lovely outposts. And I'll get the good thing about the road trip, though, is always fun. I get my cherry sours and my gummies and my Big Red. So I'll gain all the weight back in one weekend. That'll be great.
We're not going to stop.
Why not?
Because you don't need any cherry sours or Big Red.
Cherry sours, gummies, and Big Reds, and maybe a dip. They have DQs over there or not?
We have cherry sours left over from the last road trip in the pantry.
You know what? Well, they do have. We could do this on the way over to where we're on Little Lost. We can go east to Memphis, and the closest Crystal Burger is in West Memphis. We can just go the extra hour over to Memphis, and we can go through the drive-thru. Yes, we're hitting the Crystal drive-thru. Can't wait for that. Crystal is the White Castle of the South out of Chattanooga. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go toward Memphis, not cross the river, but just on the Arkansas side. Go through because I used to do that when I came back from Gary. I used to make the stop when I was in Gary. I'd drive down and I would come that way through Sykeston, Missouri, and I'd come in that backside, and I would go down to Memphis, just around that West Memphis, real quick, and grab me some Crystal and hit I-30. And be in Dallas in like 5.5, 6 hours. So that's what we're doing, folks. We're gonna do that's so you got me fired up now, man. Look at that. You got me all excited. It's food related.
That's ridiculous.
Why is it ridiculous?
It's just ridiculous.
My town's abuzz with anticipation for tonight's DRS baseball matchup between Faribault Lakers and Prior Lake Mudcats.
Hey, yes. One of my college roommates is from Prior Lake.
Yeah, I'm not sure how you do that. Who's there from there? And Cheryl says, tell him off.
You don't know her.
Oh, well, you know Cheryl. I'm just saying.
No. You were talking about my roommate. You don't know who it is, so.
Yes, and we wanted to get out of town for something different. Although I got to tell you, I got a message, Cheryl, because I knew this whole Kansas City Royals thing a couple of days ago. A mate of mine who's with the Royals, 60-man Australian, messaged me, and we may be making a road trip detour up that way at some point soon too, because especially if the lovely and talented is not going to school. What's that?
I said, yeah, because if he's playing, we can go watch him.
Yeah, I've got keys to the office. Assuming I can get in there, I can probably go up to my office and watch from there. It's safe distance, and I do need to probably see what's left of my office, if anything is, but we have photos of the wall and stuff like that. Well, I think so. Yeah, we can get in there. Of course I can get in there. I worked there for crying out loud.
Well, that hasn't been the case.
No, it wasn't the case. No, you're right. It wasn't the case. It is the case now, I believe, as far as I know. So, but all good. Yeah. So we are leaving, hitting the road sometime tomorrow. Why are you moving around? What are you doing?
I'm folding laundry.
Oh, you're in the they're in the liquor room. Be careful; those bottles will break.
I'm in the liquor room. I'm way far away from the liquor. I'm in front of some of this, though. You should give a shout out to your favorite drink.
It is my favorite drink. It definitely is my favorite drink.
It's my new favorite drink.
Oh yeah, Canada Dry. How about that? Look at you trying. So we got dinner tonight here in a little bit, right? So your mom is going to let us invade the house again. Poor gal.
Yes.
She's not tired of us yet?
No, I don't think she would be tired of us. Why would she be tired of us? She's my mother. I'm delightful.
Kevin asking, are the Royals using the T-Bone Stadium for taxi squad? Yes. I hinted this on Wednesday's show, Kevin, after you were off the air, after the show, after we already had you on, that I had expected some breaking news. I'd give it to him. I didn't hear it yesterday or today until about literally the countdown's going on the screen about to start, and I saw that I saw it came through. So and then Brownie messaged me. Go ahead, babe. Go ahead. What?
Are you gonna do a breaking news?
I was, but I mean, I go ahead, take over.
I'm not taking over. I just asked a question.
Yes, I'm gonna try to explain it to Kevin. Yes, and then Brownie messaged me. I kind of wins on the open. I was like, I just saw it on Facebook, and I'm thinking, well, don't you want to tell the guy who does the lives? And Brownie chimed in about 10 minutes later. He actually let me know, or maybe 5 minutes later. So he texted me and said, hey, by the way, the Royals sent a press release, so they've got it out. So I hadn't even seen the release yet. All I saw was the post on Facebook. And so I'm going to jump in here.
Your Twitter.
What?
I saw your Twitter.
I didn't tweet it on Twitter, did I?
I thought you did.
No, I didn't. I'm going to. I'm going to take about. I'm going to step aside.
Maybe the T-Bones tweeted it.
I'm going to step aside and do it real quick, and then I'll go live for about 10 minutes, and then we can post it on the T-Bone site and give a little insight to that. So yeah, the Royals are using the T-Bone ballpark as a training base. The way I understand it, Kevin, when the team is home, when the Royals are home, the taxi squad is there. When the Royals hit the road and go to the Twin Cities, for example, the taxi squad goes to the K and does their video work, and they work out there at Kauffman Stadium. That's what I understand. But yeah, sure, it'll be great to get out and hit just to do something. It will be, no doubt about it. Looking forward to that. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Hi, Joan, as Mom says. Yep, see her checking in. But yes, they are using it. I believe they're not the only independent ball club using a ballpark, not so much independent ball. The White Sox are using the Schaumburg ballpark for their taxi squad when the White Sox are home, and then when they're on the road, they're back at whatever they call that ballpark now in Chicago on the south side. It's changed names like. Anyway, you okay, babe?
Yep.
Okay, well, I've got a couple things to go through so I'll let you go. Love you. We'll see you in a few minutes. There we go. The lovely town of wife there. She's cleaning, so I think I'll just let her do her thing. Glad you guys are along. Virtual happy hour every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We do this at 5 o'clock Central Time. Some things to get to. What's the taxi squad? It is. You've got your 28-member opening day, 28-member squad. It drops to 26 after 2 weeks, down to 24 after that. Your active squad, it will be the ones that'll be with the team traveling. Your taxi squad is your extra. It basically is going to be AAA, big league veterans, AAA guys, a few handful of prospects, free agent signees. They're the working out. They're there in reserve. They're basically a reserve list. They're a reserve team that's going to be working out, and every major league club's going to have one. It's a 60-man roster taxi squad, and you can pull in. Let's say your bullpen gets overrun with COVID, and you can pull your bullpen and get a fresh new arms to come into from that taxi squad. Catch a guy gets hurt. During a normal baseball season, a guy gets hurt, you bring a guy from AAA or AA or whatever, because the minor leagues aren't playing, the MILB aren't playing, Cheryl, this gives you at least some depth to bring players up, not just for COVID, but for injuries or whatever. So you've got all that. So the taxi squad for every club, and the Royals will have their taxi squad, at least when the team is in town, based at T-Bone Stadium, because the T-Bones aren't playing, and the facility is great. If you saw, there was a great picture, and I'm going to try to bring it up on my show in a few minutes, that Nate Miller Time put up. He was working on the field last night, and the field looked great as well. So we'll see Blake. Good morning, Australia, to Spider William Sinclair over there in Australia. I was going to see you last night on Talking Baseball Australia. The Cubs, I think they're using South Bend. I believe they are, but don't quote me on that, Mom. The White Sox are using Schaumburg. That's as far as I know. Yeah, it is pretty cool. Pretty cool. You bet, Cheryl. Glad you tuned around. Okay, a couple things, not baseball related. This is what I thought about. I had several things in mind here. I may save this till Monday, but I don't. The photos I do want to go ahead and get to, so I'm going to go ahead and get to that. I mentioned that I had some things to show you guys. Let me pull this up here. Give me just a moment. Wrong one. There we go. Screen share. If you'll give me just a moment. Here we go. And there we go. And I want to show you guys my mate. Well, I actually got the wrong one up. So let me try this again. Take this one out. Talk about yourselves. This actually, I actually was pretty prepared, but I'm going to save a little of this till Monday. Some talking points for Monday. But let's try it again here. I want to share this screen right here. There we go. That's what I want to share. Let's try it again. All right, I want to share that screen. Let's go to the Chrome tab. It's going to be right here, I believe. Let's see if that's the one. Okay, there we go. I mentioned this to you guys on Monday that I drove the car I drove in Australia, and it's a Ford Falcon. And I mentioned that my friend Axman had gone to a car museum in York, Western Australia. There's the Ford Falcon vintage. It's hard to make out there, but you can see the Ford Falcon there. And I'm going to give you another shot of it. That's the Ford Falcon. The version I have was a 90s version. That's a vintage version. And let me give you a couple other shots of it too, if I can. And there's the Ford Falcon. That's the little background on it. Sold in Australia was an X K series, which introduced in 1960. Four-door sedan, Falcon and Falcon Deluxe. Essentially had a right-handed drive version of the North American model, which existed back at the time. It was more the Fairlane. Would be the son of maybe the son of the Fairlane would be kind of where it was. I'm gonna see if I can get a better shot of it. Yep, there's a better shot of it right there. A much better shot of the vintage Ford Falcon there. And I was talking about how I took the Falcon that I had up on a road trip in Western Australia. So I'm going to give you a shot of what my Ford Falcon looked like. Bring this back down again. And this was my Ford Falcon circa, 2 years ago. The last couple of years, I've actually been fortunate enough to drive a brand new car. But before that, I had this Ford Falcon, and it looked something like this. This is what it looked like. This was the Ford Falcon I drove and took it on a road trip up to north of Perth. And I'm going to show you guys what it looked like. Here you go. There's the Ford Falcon right there. Oh, what a beaut she was. Isn't she a beaut? Now that's the shot. And that's almost exactly like mine. Mine was white. That license plate, though, was Victoria. Mine had Western Australia and the old school yellow Western Australia plates. I'm going to show you that in a moment. Actually, I'm sorry. It had the old school white license plates in the West. That's the Ford Falcon, the mid-90s version. They made it from 94 to 96. That's what I had right there. And I'll bring this off here, and I'll show you what I had, what mine looked like. This is what mine looked like. Actually, this is the actual car I took on the road with me on the road trip. This is why I was worried about getting back before dark. A, I didn't want to hit any kangaroos, the son of a gun. And B, I was a little bit afraid that the thing wouldn't get there. There's the old Ford Falcon right there for a Titan Ford there from John Hughes in Osmond Park. And there's the Australian license plate from Western Australia. And you can see the beautiful sled she was. And there you go, the Ford Falcon. That's my version right there. And that took me on a road trip to parts up in the north of Western Australia right there. And you can see the beautiful Ford Falcon. Ooh, ah, right there you go. That was my sled in Perth 3 years ago. The last 2 years, I've been fortunate to have a new sled, brand new sled, but that one right there, and which caused me to kind of think a little bit more about some of the photos. And Axman sent me some really good stuff. This is the museum in York, Western Australia. I'll put this on the screen too. Bring this down. This is the town of York, and there's the cool car museum. And I drove by this place when I was through York, and I didn't get a chance to go in and check it out, but that's where he was showing me the beautiful photos of the Ford Falcon, which led me to think about some of the other photos to show you guys as well. A little show and tell here. He had a really big trip. I mentioned the dog going crazy there. Here's the dog. These are some shots of Western Australia. These are not mine. These are from Axman's his own personal collection. When I give you his shots first, these are shots of the dogs and whatnot. Sorry about that, guys, but you can kind of see. Please, Max, join the club there, bud. There's some shots of the sunset. There's there we go. Shots of the beach there. This is his trip up north. And I'm going to show you my trip shots as well. There you go. Beautiful stuff right there. Beautiful. I just can't believe how beautiful that shot is right there. And just beautiful stuff. And there's more shots of the beach. So that was a shot of a playground, I guess. That's north there. But again, some beautiful, beautiful shots of Australia right there. And I'm going to show you mine. And these are shots that I had in that same vein. So I'm bringing this down here. So bring me just a moment back to you guys. And here we go. These are DVs. Yes, Paradise. DV shots. And let me bring these up. This is my road trip I talked about that kind of came out of the blue. I thought, you know what, I got to check, just kind of hit it. And I did. And these are part of that. So you'll give me just a moment here. I'm going to give me just a moment to add, oops, sorry about this. I had all these beautiful, beautiful road trip pictures. Give me just a moment. But yeah, I got really excited. Thought, you know what, I'm going to drive due north. That's what I did. I drove due north there in Perth, and I just took one morning, just started. Let's get them up here. I believe this is it right there. Coming close. Oh, here is a. Nope, this is not it. I'm sorry, guys. Give me just a moment. I had these a moment ago, all factored out for us. Let's try it again. Had them all saved. I think I did, but maybe I did. I pulled this all up about an hour ago, and I was all prepared. And let's see here. Belize, no, Australia, 1718. I think that is the ones. Oh, here we go. All right, found them. These are the ones I was talking about. This is my road trip. Now, you can see in this picture, I'm going to bring this up for you guys. You can see the picture. That's the hood of the beautiful Ford Falcon. And this is me driving due north, of course, on the proper side of the road over there. But this is the trip going north. And beautiful. See that sand? That's a sandy, kind of deserty thing on my right. I'm heading north, the beautiful Western Australia. Oh, there you go. You know you're not in Texas when you see this. An ostrich, it's an ostrich emu is what that is, crossing there. So be careful. Those are, you want to get hit by those bad boys. They're not good for you. There's me a selfie right there. How about that? This is the van that I saw on the way up, and I remember calling my oldest and telling her, hey, you're not going to believe this van I saw. Okay, this is Pinnacles. The Pinnacles is the national park. You can't see it, but it's like a bit of a desert, and you can see these are the little places in the middle of nowhere. The desert, this comes up from the desert, these little pinnacles, and then off the distance, you can't see it now, but you can see there's as far as you can see these little long stalagmite type deals. And off in the distance, right on the top of my sunnies, you can barely make it out in the distance is the beach, way back there, way back there. But there we go. There's a kangaroo crossing, folks. Look out. There we go. That's the same place. That's not the same beach, but that beach is about as deserted as you're going to find. There ain't a soul. I mean, I was the only person at this beach. I literally would have fallen asleep, and they would have woken me up 4 days later. And there was a little picnic bench here and there, but that's it. That is the beaches of Western Australia, north of Perth. There you go. There's a beautiful sunset, the Indian Ocean, right there. There is more. That's a little bit similar to what we just saw a minute from the Axeman as well. And there you go. And there's me right there on the beach. This is just kicking it. You can see the beautiful. There's actually a reef. You can see behind the picture over my head. There's a reef there. It'd be a great snorkel place right there. And again, the sun set on the Indian Ocean, going facing. That's facing, basically looking out. If you kept swimming, you'd run into South Africa, maybe. And there is a grass tree. This is the other side of the street, right there. This is my. And this is just this grassland, this beautiful grassland. It looks a lot like what you'd see out in California, maybe outside of LA, very much so. But on one side of the street's this, other side of the street's this beautiful beach. There's me posing in front of a brushland, exciting stuff right there. I know, riveting stuff. And there is, as I get back, these are cockatoos. They're pink heads and kicking it and playing in the water there. You can see so I'm making my drive back down. I'm out closer to Perth now, but you can kind of get an idea where I was there. But again, pretty crazy stuff there. Just somewhere. Is there anything else right there? Oh, there you go. Look, the Australian tan. How about that? There we go. But yeah, I just thought I'd share. That was my random road trip going north, and I was trying to show some of that. I was going to try to show you guys the pinnacles again. Let's see if I can go back here. This is just a beautiful. Again, this place looks like it's desert, and it is. This looks like desert. It's a desert, and it's miles and miles of these little rocks coming out of the desert. But again, maybe a mile and a half away is the ocean. So it seems so barren and desolate. But you have over my shoulders the beach, but in front of me is nothing but miles and miles of this. And then if you kept going in the red outback in Australia, you'd eventually go the most desolate place in that part of the world would be that area. So there you go. There's my show and tell for the week. There you go. I mentioned I would get this for you guys and show you guys a little bit of my Australian adventure right there. And there's pictures right there from that. I don't know if there's anything else great to pass along from that. Yeah. This right here is actually this reef here. It's a little reef, the Moore River. The Moore River estuary. It's a little freshwater, saltwater meeting. They can saw off the distance there is where the water meets the river. And really cool place, sunset there. And there's the me back again. That's the front of the car, me driving the sled down and up the highways and byways in Western Australia. So there you go, a little show and tell for you right there. And we'll get some more of that this Monday. I'll give you a little bit more on Monday too, as I think the beautiful photos that my mate sent me as well are just phenomenal. He sent some really, really good stuff from his trip. And it's funny how this Facebook thing works. Axman and I became mates through a friend of mine from the States. And it's amazing how the small world kind of deal works out. But by the way, here I want to show you this too before I let you go, as these are really good stuff. These are shots of the fish that they caught there in the West. Beautiful stuff there. Let me give this to you here. There's a little, I don't know what is the fish called that he told me this was. Let's see here. I'll look it up in a moment, but I'm going to fast forward here. Click, and there it is. Oh, there's the daughter. There it is. They're cooking them on the stove there. That's what they caught. So I love the fact they were cooking what they caught there. But anyway, take that off. But really cool stuff there. But thanks to the Axman as well for showing us those cool photos. And one more. How about this? Think this looks delicious or what? Look at that. This is not me, but that looks a fish taco. You go and catch your own fish tacos. You got to love a country you can do that. Catch your own fish taco. Ooh, ah. Very yummy right there. Good stuff right there. Mom says, like the pictures. GM says paradise. And Mom says, yes, live in Perth in the winter too. Although it does get a little chilly. Paulie said it was a little chilly over there yesterday. So all good, but really good stuff there from recent. That's a road trip that my mate did. And there's another one right here. That's your fish taco right there. That's what became your fish taco. How about that? How about that right there? That's really pretty cool. Anyway, so I appreciate letting me share those with you guys. Monday, I did have some stuff prepared. I'm going to save it for Monday. It's one of those things where I started thinking, and that's scary. I did start thinking a little bit about some things, and I have a couple of chuckles that I'm going to give you guys on Monday. That's pretty much it for the show right here. I gotta jump off and jump on another show. That's why I'm gonna jump off and jump on. I'm glad you guys stopped by. Yes, good stuff from everybody. Big thanks to Axman and my wife and mom and everybody else out there. Sorry, I got to run. Oh, here's one. I got to show you this. This is an Australian picture. This is mine. This is from my collection here. How about this picture here? This is from my personal Australian collection. That is a rainbow. And I saw this today, and it's funny because I saw this, and I saw that my friend in Perth, Paul Morgan, his lovely wife Tiana, who had a 40th birthday 2 days ago, there was a photo today she put on Instagram of her two youngins and two kiddos we love dearly. And there was a picture of them standing in front of a double rainbow in Western Australia. And this photo was taken of a rainbow at the ballpark there in Perth as well. And this was taken on my camera. So I thought I'd share that with you guys as well. Maybe it's a good omen, the rainbow, right? That'll maybe some good things coming over the rainbow for all of us as we kind of roll right on through here as we're now in, what are we in day? I got to change this here. Day 15 here. Might as well change it. Day 115. We've been doing this show for 115 days. Now, not every day, but 115 days we've been doing this thing. So all good. Let's double check the chat one more time. I'm glad you guys joined me. I'm so glad. I'll give you guys this too, because this is the there we go, the fun graphic. There you go. I had a shirt to match the graphic today. How about that? On Monday, we'll do this again. We will be on the road. The wife and I will be. So I don't know what the set will look like and what it'll be like. I don't know if they have internet in Arkansas. We'll find. If they don't, we'll use the phone. So we got that. We will come your way on Monday at 5 o'clock Central Time from somewhere, points unknown. And it'll be the last time we did the show on the road. We had the road show from the car and a happy hour from a bar in Lubbock, and that was fun times. Met some new mates as well. So we all have that going for us. We look forward to having you guys join us on Monday's virtual happy hour. Big thanks for you guys joining us today. Of course, you can follow us on. I'll follow me on the social channels. I didn't put that in today, did I? No, I didn't. But you can follow me at Dan Vaughan Jr. on Twitter and on YouTube as well. And that's where this show will be archived a bit later on. But again, hug somebody close to you. Virtually hugs to all you guys. Much love to everybody. Please be kind. Please love somebody. Please have some empathy. Let's please all be better folks in the end when this thing is done and dusted. Okay, show you guys the close video. It's coming. I hate to do it, but in 3, 2, 1, we're going to roll the close. We'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Much love. See y'all then, everybody.